Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the, almost said WWE, but AEW series, or excuse me, AEW Unrivaled Series 4 Ortiz figure. And I spoke about this recently, but Ortiz kind of came back and he is now tag teaming with Eddie Kingston on Collision. And this is the Ortiz figure that I currently have. It's just kind of the old Jericho Appreciation Society one with the face paint. And I wanted one without the face paint, without the jumpsuit, so I could somewhat upgrade him to kind of make him more modern, I guess you could say. Hopefully down the line they'll make a new figure of him. I think his hairstyle is he has like the shaved head now. I think that's his whole thing. But we're gonna take a look at this one today. One from one of the earlier lines of AEW. This is probably like what 2021, something like that. What year is this from? Did it say on the bottom here, guys? I don't know. Can you see any faster than me? I don't see a date anywhere, but I'm just... Oh, 2021. Yeah, right down there. All right, awesome. So, we have Ortiz here. Here's the front of the packaging there. And here is the back. You have... I'm trying to think. Of these figures, I think it's just Santana. I used to have the Matt Hardy. I traded him. So, I think it's just the Santana that I have for this one. But, yeah, pretty sweet. All right, so throw that to the side. Actually, we can probably keep him on screen here. And I apologize, guys. I haven't eaten anything yet today. I'm going to do that right after this video. So my neurons aren't exactly firing at normal capacity here. But let's do this. All right, so to start with the accessories, the two hands that we have are going to be both gloved. One of them is going to be black, and the other is kind of the Puerto Rican flag with the red, white, and blue there, and the little, you guys know what I'm talking about there. These are really cool, though. A little large, I will say. I feel like his hands are pretty big, and the proportions are a little big, but I don't know. They are pretty cool. I do like those a lot. So we have those. The other accessory we have, at least for Ortiz himself, is going to be the extra head sculpt with kind of his hair all the way out. And this is actually kind of cool. It almost doubles as like a stress ball. His hair is so squishy and so soft, unlike any of the other, wrestling figure hairstyles that I've seen. I mean, I don't think I've ever done this to a Carlito figure or anything, but it was still kind of funny just how squishy that was. So we do have that little squishy Ortiz head, and that looks great. The detail is very much there. The final accessory we have here is going to just be a flip-flop kind of weapon accessory, a chancla. If you guys know that famous Vine, what is it? Oh, these are my chanclas. Wow. That was really cringe. I'm sorry about that, guys. All right. Anyways, we have the flip flop here, and that's pretty cool. I'm never gonna let that go. Wow, that was really bad. All right, but I don't know. Maybe I guess also speaking of cringe, we have these. What is it? The toe shoes. I don't know. I guess I'd probably wear these if someone gave me a pair, but apparently they're kind of corny. I don't know, but that is a really cool. We have not seen this with any other wrestling figure, at least that I know of, that have the kind of the toe shoes on. So that is really cool. And then, like I showed off there, you have the soles on the bottom. He's got his pant legs rolled up on both legs, unlike Ortiz, who kind of just does it on one, or Mike Santana now, I guess you could say. Black knee pads, black pants, like I said, rolled up there, and then he has the overalls, the overalls that are kind of coming down here with the Puerto Rican flag in there as well. I'm curious if there's a reverse side there. Yeah, it's just gold. Nothing too crazy there, but it is very nice. White wrist tape on the hands, and we have these very interesting looking hands. These are meant to kind of hold the flip-flop, but I guess maybe, ooh, I don't know if the skin tone would work, but maybe you could make that into a bird hand for like John Moxley or something like that, but there's the other hand as well, which is kind of an interesting layout for the fingers. Like I said, white wrist tape. He has some tattoo work on the left arm there. Not a ton, though, but you see more of it on the right arm here, especially on the forearm. And that is very cool looking. I like that a lot. See if we can get it to focus. Yeah, a little bit. There we go. Awesome. On the shirt here, the kind of the almost retro now inner circle shirt on there looks pretty nice. I was thinking about trying to cover it up, but I think I'll just let it be. I'm not really too picky with stuff. And then the alternative head sculpt, the head sculpt that he came with was actually the one with the hair out, but we have this one with the dreadlocks in, and the what is it? I don't know, the Boricua. What, I forget what it is, but the flag headband, which is very, very cool. I want to say Puerto Rican. I know I said Puerto Rican earlier, but I'm taking that back because I don't know if I'm exactly correct on that. So if I am, correct me. I don't want to be incorrect on that. I want to get it right. But like I said, folks, the neurons aren't really firing at maximum capacity here today, but this was a review of the AEW Unrivaled. See what I'm talking about? Unrivaled Ortiz figure, and I'm thankful that I can now upgrade him because this one was honestly kind of a pain in the butt. He didn't really sit too well. I used to kind of have him sitting in my backstage area. The weight wasn't really there. He was a little loose, and I just thought he was too bulky, but I think this is going to be great to kind of, like I said, quote unquote, upgrade my Ortiz here in my AEW arena. All right, I'm going to grab something to eat. As always, folks, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.